Assalamu alaikum and a Ramzan Mubarak to you all. Welcome to yet another exciting episode of Office Hours at Radio Lums. I'm Mariam, your host for today. And today we have with us someone whose teaching doesn't just inform, it unsettles, it challenges, but most importantly, it stays with students even after their final exams. At a university setting where most of our conversations often revolve around career, what comes next, he invites us to reflect and think of a different set of questions. What is good life? What is work for? How do faith and doubt sort of intertwine as we navigate our world? He is an associate professor of religion at LUMS, and his work is at the intersection of modern philosophy and religious studies. Please join us as we get to know the person behind the professor and the mind behind the mentor, Professor Nouman Faizi. Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you doing today?
That's a very flattering introduction. Thank you.
Sir, it feels especially fitting to be having this conversation during Ramzan, a month that sort of calls us to slow down and reflect on things that truly matter. But before we delve into any of that, you're currently on a sabbatical, which means that you're not working, but you are writing a book.
Right.
If you could just tell us a little about your book, what are some of the broader questions that you're exploring at hand? And does this feel different from working, or does this feel like a break?
So this is my first sabbatical. I haven't taken a sabbatical before, and it took some adjusting too. It does seem different from regular work in the sense कि इस वक्त जो classroom है या meetings वगैरह हैं, they structure time a certain way. Either there's too much freedom, which is that I have to, which means I have to figure out fundamental things about my day, which I haven't had to think about for years and years, perhaps even forever.
Yeah.
So that's what's different. और दूसरी बात पूछी थी किताब.
What is the book
Yeah.
about?
So what am I working on? So I'm working on basically these mid 20th century Muslim thinkers, right? So this is right after partition. This is also right after World War II, who are trying to figure out what the shape of Islam should look like, such that it can play a meaningful role in resolving the problems of global problems, the problems of humanity. And I'm trying to see the ways in which these thinkers, when they're thinking about Islam as a way to resolve issues, might end up reducing what I'm going to call the infinite to the finite, or making claims that are global and necessary, whereas if they aimed for less, if they aimed for something more specific, their solutions and their characterization of Islam would look better. Is that too vague?
No.
ठीक है, बस
Yeah. And
ये
sir,
एक
best
broad
of luck
सवाल
with the
है.
book.
ये
We
ना
can't
तो-
wait to see how it turns out. Sir, before we delve further, let's start with a quick rapid fire question round. Short questions, very instinctive answers.
ठीक है.
A book that you keep going back to.
Ivan Illich, De-Schooling Society.
Okay. A question that you find yourself thinking about often.
Often.
Yeah.
God, अच्छा ये तो वाकई सोचना पड़ेगा.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. No, I mean, like, am I doing justice to what I've been called to do? मैं पूरा उतर रहा हूँ तकाज़ों पे या जो जिम्मेदारी है मेरे ऊपर.
Sir, your favorite spot on campus.
Favorite spot on campus. I really like the cricket ground. Yeah, like walking around the walking track. मुझे बहुत पसंद है.
And sir, a habit that helps you reset.
I'm going to be ashamed to admit it. Television shows do that.
Okay, perfect.
Television shows definitely help me reset.
So sir, now let's talk about you a bit more.
Yes.
What drew you towards philosophy and religious studies? Was there perhaps a particular moment in time that helped you set on this trajectory, or was it something that sort of gradually unfolded over time?
So I mean, I wanted to teach pretty early on. So मेरा जो पहला gig था, I was a debating coach while I was studying at LUMS. And it's sort of, and I guess what drew me to teaching a lot was that I felt that whatever I had learned in the process of teaching, मुझे वो उस तरह समझ आता था जो सीखते भी समझ नहीं आ रहा होता था. So that really hooked me and drew me, and the teaching was in fact a way of explaining something, not just to folks you're addressing, but also to yourself. तो वो मुझे काफ़ी पहले से अंदाज़ा था, यानी कि आप समझ लें लम्ज़ में पहले दूसरे साल मुझे अंदाज़ा हो गया था कि पढ़ाना है. लेकिन मेरा बुनियादी जो गोल था, आई वांटेड टू बी अ हाई स्कूल टीचर. एंड
What subject?
उस वक्त सोशियोलॉजी था, but I also wanted to introduce whatever by way of philosophy was available
Okay.
through either the O-level system or the IGCSE system. उस ज़माने में IB नहीं होता था.
Yeah.
So something at the intersection of the humanities and social sciences, but ideally philosophy. So I yeah, that was the plan, and I wanted to do amateur theatre. Right? जो चीज़ लम्स में हुई है वो था pursuing the PhD, and that was a function of getting introduced to the works of these early 20th century American thinkers, pragmatists, as well as Allama Iqbal's, Muhammad Iqbal's, the reconstruction of religious thought in Islam. That really drew me in. And I think आपने सवाल पूछा था कि क्यों या like why
Yeah.
why. तो मैं ये थोड़ा सा स्टॉक आंसर है, क्योंकि मैंने सवाल का जवाब 2-3 दफ़ा पहले दिया हुआ है,
Okay.
कई दफ़ा दिया. वो ये है कि I truly felt that I could think when I was reading these thinkers. Like I was in the zone, and you don't always get, like whenever you're interacting with material, you don't always get that feeling,
Yeah.
right? So, but मैं जब pragmatist को पढ़ता था, या जिस तरह reconstruction के साथ engage करता, I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
I know, I can think.
Yeah.
So it was that sort of, it was the experience of being in the zone. It was feeling a sense of progress, growth, and how the questions that I was asking of these materials, as the questions grew wider and more complex, broader and deeper, I didn't feel like defeated by that. I
Yeah.
felt I could.
Yeah.
I felt up to the task.
Yeah.
Of
Sir,
doing
I'm
this
so
stuff.
glad you chose teaching and academia
Yeah.
because you've done us all a favor.
Thank you. Please.
Sir, looking back, is there perhaps a belief or an assumption that you once held very dearly to you but have since had to sort of let go of? And what helped shift that perspective
Yeah,
for
several. I think I had a larger sense of my own significance growing up. Yeah, I could change the word.
you?
Right?
Yeah.
No, I think I've become more appropriately humble and finite
Okay.
and limited in what I'm able to do, without these things making me feel कि जो मैं कर रहा हूँ वो कम है. So an appropriate degree of humility, I think I've earned over the years. But no, when I was younger, I was, I thought I was important.
Yeah, I think that's most of us. But sir, choosing this field isn't always seen as the most conventional path, especially in our context.
Right.
When you entered this field, what were some of the doubts or pressures that you faced? And what do you have to say for students, perhaps like myself, who still feel unsure or conflicted about our choices right now?
So I think the ballast against doubt, it's not like, of course, I've felt all sorts of doubt.
Yeah.
I almost quit grad school as well at one point in time, because it got too much, because I
Yeah.
thought I wasn't doing justice to it. Maybe that's a story for another time. But I think what kept me going, or has kept me going, is excitement. कि अगर, if you have for me, I've been thinking about this a fair bit, कि what, especially during the sabbatical,
Yeah.
what has kept me going. I think for me, the sweet spot is when necessity and excitement meet. यानी जब वो काम ज़रूरी भी है और वो काम exciting भी है.
excited,
वो
yeah.
सब वो when that sort of subset,
Yeah.
that is like my sweet spot. So I think when things get really, like जब deadline सर पे हो,
Yeah.
आप लोग, you can relate to that,
Yeah.
right? जब काम ज़रूरी है, if I can still be excited about it, I continue doing that task. So I think grad school, despite its pressures, remained exciting, and the necessities or the structural impositions, yeah, जो structural requirements थी, they didn't get debilitatingly paralytic. Like I didn't feel utterly paralyzed.
Yeah. And so, what advice would you have for students who are perhaps in a similar spot as you once were?
एक मैं किताब recommend करूँगा. मैंने खुद उसका सिर्फ introduction पढ़ा हुआ है, but it's a book on, it's called, is it Follow or Following Your Bliss and Other Bad Advice About Calling?
Okay.
So
Never heard of it.
yeah, no, I'm क्या कहते हैं, misremembering the title, but the advice would be कि try to sort of bring together excitement with something external to and beyond yourself.
Makes sense, yeah.
So वो सिर्फ impelled ना हो आप, कोई ऐसी चीज़ भी हो जो आपको compel कर रही हो.
Yeah.
So do what sort of draws you, compels you, even sometimes perhaps despite yourself, and not just like an inner sense of what you might call passion. So I think मेरी advice ये होगी कि like passion alone or excitement alone may not be a compass that's gonna, again, I mean, I just sound like an old man talking, but that main, like, it's not as durable a compass as compulsion and impulsion. Is impulsion a word?
I don't know.
Maybe
You've just invented it.
Yeah, impulsion and compulsion sort of both at work. ये मैं मेरी
Perfect.
suggestion ये होगी.
Sir, you've been teaching in LUMS for quite some time now. What is something that our students have taught you over the years?
Yeah. So one incident I really like is like, it's I think this was the first religion course I was teaching at LUMS, and I was looking at my evals, and one of the evals said, "Okay, may he never become jaded." Right? तो मुझे वो जो है ना,
Yeah.
that's stayed with me. कि there's a sense in which over time it is possible.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there are courses, like students तो हर साल बदलते हैं ना. And we of course teach material that changes over the years, but there's also some constancy.
Yeah.
So how do I figure out a way to remain excited? I'm overusing the word excited, but excited or involved,
Yeah.
or negatively not jaded,
Yeah.
or not cynical. That's ये जो है, ये गुर जो है ना,
Yeah.
ये मुझे उस क्लास या इस eval comment ने मुझे जो
Yeah.
that was, I mean, that really has, I've been teaching it roughly 10 years now.
Yeah.
That's really stayed with me.
Yeah.
कि ये आप इसको कह लें, involvement कह लें, participation कह लें, excitement कह लें, being non-cynical कह लें, being non-jaded कह लें, ये naturally नहीं होगा.
Yeah.
ये cultivate करना है like you cultivate any kind of habit or virtue. So वो it's all like it's one of my, like, that's one of the things that keeps me on track.
Yeah.
Am I continually able to renew the material that I'm teaching and renew my sense of participation and involvement, even though it might be my 10th year
Yeah.
and students का पहला साल है, दूसरा,
Exactly.
तीसरा, चौथा.
So for them, it's an experience, and I think they're like only like a handful of professors whose courses are actually immersive, and who make sure that students also have a great time beyond just the course material that's covered. So
तो ये मुझे स्टूडेंट ने सिखाया. मैं अभी कह रहा हूँ कि ये गुर जो है, ये मैं मतलब ये कोई नेचुरल नहीं है.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very grateful for that, and I hope to again live up to that.
And sir, talking about your teaching, a lot of your teaching sort of forces students to think differently about work. Work as means of maybe identity, self-worth, reflection, etc. From your own life, how has work shaped the way you think about yourself and in life in general?
देखिए, मेरा ये मानना है कि I mean that as like a philosophic position, that the errors you are really in a position to address are the errors you yourself have made or are in the process of making, right? So your correction is a function of your own performance of mistakes. So the fact that I teach about आप कह लें balance in relation to work is a function of the fact that my own relation with work has been imbalanced at times. I mean, I would say before I had kids, it was it really was the center in the sense of source of my self-worth, source of how I measured, myself, the world, what have you. And I think over the years, when I've been involved in multiple commitments which I value, that's become less obsessive. सवाल आप मुझे दोबारा पूछे क्या था? How has it shaped me?
Yeah.
I think also grad school is a sort of environment, it does make you obsessive, like single focus on projects. So I think over the years, as it's been a journey of coming to terms with my own finiteness and finitude, it's also been a journey of figuring out how I can be क्या कहते हैं, multiply committed person as opposed to a single track.
So you mentioned you had almost quit grad school,
Right,
and I've been curious since then. If you could tell our viewers a little about that,
Yeah.
How were you feeling, and how did you sort of come about not,
Sure.
ultimately going forward with it?
तो पहली तो बात ये कि एक जो अब I don't remember the study, but I remember this कि दो peaks हैं when students quit grad school.
Yeah.
एक है शुरू में
एक है.
और एक है completion के आसपास. मेरा completion के आसपास था. And it was, I think it precipitated because I basically हुआ ये था कि मैंने अपनी तरफ से अपने project में, which was my dissertation and first book was on Iqbal's reconstruction religious thought in Islam. मैंने एक breakthrough कर ली थी, मैंने एक pattern बना लिया था, मैंने एक direction तय कर ली थी. And I had a conversation with my advisor, and I think across those 2 hours, because, and I mean, I love him for it, but because he was pushing me on every question, कि उन 2 घंटों बाद मुझे लगा कि ये जो भी मैंने बनाया है, ये तो मतलब
Doesn't make sense.
2 घंटे की स्क्रूटनी नहीं बर्दाश्त कर सकता. मतलब या मैं 2 घंटे, I felt crushed and crumbled in a way that I couldn't see how like the project could proceed. और फिर मैंने उस इरादा किया कि हाँ जी I talked to my wife. I said कोई बात नहीं, वापस जाएंगे, ज़्यादा क्या होगा कि जी नाकाम हो गया, अब जो करने गया था थोड़ा सा वो सुनेंगे. तो एक लिहाज से मैंने तहैया कर लिया कि ठीक है, I have to reconcile myself to the fact that given that I worked on this project and it's not measuring up to my advisor's satisfaction, maybe I need, maybe plan A was great, maybe I should be a high school teacher, maybe that's my forte. And I think I slept on it, and next day I had a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Like-
It isn't too bad after all.
I figured out कि अच्छा ये जो सवालात हैं इनको किस तरह हल किया जा सकता है. So वो I think time, and but with time, it's not as if I suppressed the part of me that was saying I should choose another direction. मैं ये actually इतनी डिटेल में मैंने publicly नहीं discuss किया. But so in the process of this conversation, what I'm saying is like not just giving it time, but I discussed it with someone, who I loved and who loved me. That was important. And I discussed कि अच्छा अपनी ज़िंदगी की क्या शक्ल हो सकती है. तो उस path को, the other path, which would have been different from the path that I was on, उसको entertain करना, उस पे सोच विचार करना, ना कि इसके के सख्ती से उसको करके नहीं जी, on the strength of will, वो नहीं. So I think what kept me going was that, I stopped relying, I explored that, but then I was able to find a breakthrough in a way that wasn't entirely my own doing. It happened. And I think the important thing is that I was resolved कि अगर फर्ज करें ये breakthrough ना होती तो क्या होता, तो एक और path होता.
Yeah. It's not the end of the world.
That's sort of more than that. Not the end of the world का मतलब है कि tragedy हो गई है, लेकिन इतनी बुरी नहीं. मैं कह रहा हूँ कि वो it's a sense of levity about other paths as not just genuine possibilities, but also leading to lives of integrity and lives of happiness and fulfillment. अगर आप वो देख लें, तो मेरे ख्याल से the choices become less, how should I put it, less momentous, to use a phrase by William James.
Yes. And sir, I feel like a lot of students today as well think, and I think it's safe to assume that all of us here are also one of them, that we're running out of time, even in our early 20s. How do you sort of wrap your head around this anxiety, around, sense of time and urgency? And do you think philosophy is something that sort of helps us sit with rather than completely solve?
अच्छा, इस सवाल को पिछले से जोड़ते हैं ना. देखिए, so like just for the sake of this conversation, one can think of urgency as a function of the heaviness and the significance and the momentousness of the thing you're doing.
Yeah.
कि जी बहुत अहम काम हो रहा है, बहुत अहम फैसले हो रहे हैं, और इसलिए सही फैसला लेना बहुत ज़रूरी है. और सही फैसला कब लेना है? आज ही लेना है या कल ही लेना है. So I'm saying, so that is a recipe for like contracting time, na? So if we think of temporality or time as a function of the way we are, the momentousness with which we are infusing life, then cultivating a sense of levity as a virtue, as a habit, कि ज़िंदगी हर वक्त momentous नहीं होती.
Yeah.
Now, of course, there are times that are urgent, right? कि जहाँ आपने मतलब split second फैसले करने होते हैं. Right? मेरे ज़हन में फौरन analogy आ रही है, एक surgeon है, right? और वो एक कर रहा है. So yeah, there are, but I don't imagine like most of life is just is crushingly heavy. I hope it's not. I mean, that's my hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So वो one way to dilate time, or one way to have a more restful relation with time, again, just based on these last two questions, would be to give yourself a break, to put yourself in your place. कि कोई बात नहीं, आप जैसे कहीं गुजरे, और the world will, you're finite, and the world will, go on. So having a sense of one's own finitude, I think, maybe is a way of slowing down the rush of time.
So I often think, I don't think we allow ourselves to sort of give us that break. And I think we're always looking at each other and our peers and competition, and we're like, no, we need to do better, we need to do more, whatever that means. And I think this sense of urgency is something that we're sort of inflicting upon ourselves, and it's not the world that sort of is forcing us, to enter this path.
Right. I mean, उधर भी देखें, फर्ज करें. So I'm not opposed to optimism and hope and like having a sense of a journey.
Yeah.
कि जी, you want to improve or grow. But the question is कि वो उसकी जो pacing है, वो अगर आप थोड़ा सा, if you don't imagine it's going to be a function of factors that are utterly in your control.
Yeah.
And sort of, वो क्या था? Like sports people say this all the time.
Yeah.
Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Trust the process, right?
I shall trust it more often now. Sir, in your teaching and writing, faith often appears alongside uncertainty rather than certainty.
Sure.
Do you think it's possible to live well, whatever that means, without having all the answers?
I mean, so this ये position ही कि in a finite human lifetime, we have the capacity to, first of all, ask all the questions and then have all the answers. ये क्या मतलब, how can that be a plumb line or a yardstick that any one of us can measure up to?
Yeah.
So मैं तो वो कहूँगा ना, सवाल ये है कि क्या, can you live well without having all the answers?
All the answers.
I'm saying you don't have a choice.
You have to.
I mean,
Yeah.
एक
Makes sense,
compulsion की भी हम बात कर रहे थे.
Yeah.
One of the structural necessities of life
Yeah.
is its situatedness, its locatedness, its finitude, right? Having all, so the I think the more interesting or perhaps the more क्या कहना चाहिए grave question is like since when can that be a yardstick or like why does that become a yardstick right
Yeah.
कि आपके पास जो है
सब
वो
जवाब
तो तमाम सवालात के जवाब जो है आपके पास फ़र्द वाहिद की बात हो रही है. I'm not talking about communities. Like communities are another ball game.
Yeah.
When you think of communities that are historically extended, or if you think of traditions of inquiry that have been thinking through sets of questions over time, that's a separate issue. But to imagine the individual ego and the person
Yeah.
as the locus and the location and the site for having all the answers.
Yeah.
Again, this is a larger conversation, but that's a recipe for kind of क्या कहते हैं, you're setting yourself up for
Distraction, yeah.
for like failure, as they say.
Sir, when a student walks out of your classroom,
सही है.
what is something that you hope stays with them till forever?
Look, if I've been able to bring the whatever we're studying to life, at least for that that time, for those 2 hours, if they can walk out of the classroom and let's say फर्ज करें हमने अरस्तु पढ़ा,
Yeah.
right, and they can और हम कोई specific issue discuss कर रहे हैं, that they can walk out and for they can live with and wrestle with those positions for a bit, not forever, for a bit. That I think for me is, I mean, I try to aim for, I'm not saying I like achieve that every time, but that's like, if I'm able to do that, if I'm able to, in the classroom, open up a universe of thought for students, either via a thinker or in relation to an issue or a theme.
Then you've done something
Yeah,
right.
it becomes alive for them, and alive not in the sense that, oh, this is a course and this is a university in which they're taking this course, but as something that they think through. But eternity, buddy, I'm kind of deliberately sidestepping the
Okay.
question of कि क्या चीज़ हमेशा रहे.
So when you look at us students,
Sure,
you know, in this
sure.
hustling life, and you know,
So that's the first time I heard that phrase. Okay.
and you
Hustling
know,
life,
we're
okay.
kind of juggling all things at once, and you know, we're full of anxieties, but we're full of ambitions. You know, we want to do so much. What do you see, given you know the world, the current state of the world that we're living in, and is there any hope that you have for the incoming generation?
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, I don't. Of course. I mean, I don't imagine that जब मैं लम्स में स्टूडेंट था और जब आप लोग अब स्टूडेंट्स हैं,
Yeah.
तो स्टूडेंट बॉडी में कोई ख़ास मतलब तफरीक है. I don't. Yeah. And did I have reasons to be hopeful? Yeah. I don't think of you all, at least like in the stage of life that you're at, as different from folks 10, 20 years ago in this stage of life.
Yeah.
Similar questions, I would imagine. मेरे ख्याल से वो जो सवालात हैं वो काफ़ी सवाल काफ़ी जो है ना पुराने हैं. क्या है कि what shall I do and how shall I live, right? I think this is Tolstoy, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. So wo and what's okay? Yeah, okay. Now I think I have an answer.
Yeah.
It's meandering towards an answer. I think ये सवाल अभी भी alive है. यानी कि ये despair नहीं है कि हम ये सवाल पूछने जोगे नहीं हैं कि what shall I do and how shall I live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
क्योंकि it is possible कि structurally इस किस्म की despondency हो कि आप ये सवाल ही नहीं पूछ सकते
Yeah.
कि करना क्या है, क्योंकि और कैसे जीना है, क्योंकि ये भी मुतय्यन हो चुका है. That is not even a question.
Yeah.
So I think इतने ऐसे हालात नहीं है.
ठीक है. We're
This
good.
is- I think so. Yeah, inshallah, long may that continue, right? Yeah.
Perfect. Sir, आखिरी सवाल.
Please.
Growing up, did you have a role model?
Did I have a role model?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have always admired footballers
Okay.
and football coaches as role models. I don't know what that
Do you
what
have
that says
anyone
about myself.
specific?
स्पेसिफिक तो नहीं. मैं टॉटनहम हॉटस्पर्स का बहुत बड़ा फ़ैन, राइट. तो उस क्लब की जो उस क्लब के जो फुटबॉलर्स रह चुके हैं या चलें एक this is not growing up,
Yeah.
but I think एक coach है Hotspurs Tottenham Hotspurs का रह चुका है Mauricio Pochettino. वो जो है the way he approaches success and failure, and he never won anything with Tottenham. Yeah, so मेरे लिए I guess for me role models what's drawn me is sports as a model of life. There is competition, there is teamwork, there is also closure, there is also moving on.
Yeah.
तो मेरे लिए वो जो है ना sports as a वो model रह चुका है, and I am especially drawn to teams that do really well but don't necessarily see the fruits of their labor. So sorry, I don't know if that directly
No,
answered
no,
your
it
question.
answered my question.
ये paradigm जो है ना
Uh-huh.
has always has been it's important for me.
Perfect. Professor, thank you so much for your time.
You're very welcome.
Every time I have a conversation with you, I feel like I'm leaving with a renewed outlook on life in general.
बहुत शुक्रिया.
It was a pleasure talking to you. And to our viewers, thank you for tuning in to Office Hours at Radio Lums. I hope that you had a great time. Take care and have a very blessed Ramzan.